Hey everyone, it's Amanda from Jupiter's Labyrinth, and I wanted to offer you some more yoga asana. This is specific for those of you with office jobs, with jobs that you sit at a desk and you're spending most of your day sitting. Hence why I'm wearing regular non-yoga clothes and just have a seat behind me. So these are really simple things that'll just kind of keep the blood flowing, keep the muscles loose, and just kind of work out those kinks that we tend to get from being seated all day long at our 9-to-5 jobs. So first thing is first, you might have to push yourself away from the desk a little bit, but get some hip opening going. So you just draw the knee up, you kind of create a little basket, and maybe this is as far as you go here, and you're just going to kind of rock the leg back and forth. Maybe you can do little circles, maybe there's not room for that, that's okay. You're just kind of opening up the hip, the ball and joint socket up here. Maybe you can get a little inner thigh stretch by opening it out to the side. Maybe you can go in and out. And for some of you, you might have the ability to take that leg and cross it over the knee. Now, mind you, this bottom knee here, if I turn to the side, you can see that it's creating a 90-degree angle, so the knee is over the ankle. So we don't want any tucked feet or any feet way out beyond the knee. So coming back to here, if this is available to you, you'll want to keep the foot flexed. And even here, this invites a nice stretch in the glute and the side hip here. And you just breathe. You try to keep your shoulders back and down. You'll also notice from the side view that I'm not sitting in my chair like this, that I'm sitting at the edge so that I can find a straight spine and still kind of create this figure 4 positioning here. So of course we can do this on both sides, so we can swap, coming back to center, and then first just grabbing the knee, doing kind of some windshield wiper motions, rolling it around. Maybe we can open up the inner thigh a little bit. Again, just warming up the ball and socket joint. The opposite knee again, knee over ankle. And then maybe we draw it up, maybe we keep the foot flexed like we're wearing a shoe, and perhaps we can just create that figure 4 this way and invite a nice little stretch here. So I would stay here for a good chunk of time, a couple of minutes if you are able. I'm just kind of moving this along for video purposes. So got some nice hip opener and hip stretches here. From here, what you can do is swivel off to the side of your chair. Again, still being mindful that we're keeping a nice straight spine, we're not hunching, we're not slouching. And let's invite a little bit of a twist. So we can bring our arms up overhead and we can twist with our rib cage as far back as we're able. Then we'll allow the arms to fall to the back rung of the chair. Maybe the opposite, or the back arm rather, your right hand, can kind of press the seat of the chair behind you, and you don't have to strain your neck. Maybe you turn to look over that right shoulder. Maybe you don't. It's all about just inviting a nice gentle stretch. Notice I'm not leaning backwards. I'm not leaning forwards. I'm kind of keeping shoulders over the hips. Inhaling, you get a little taller throughout the top of your head. Exhaling, you open a little bit more. And then we can just exhale, come all the way out. And just flip sides. We always want to do both sides. Same as before, knees over ankles, sweeping arms up overhead. Noticing if you're a shoulder shrugger, allowing the shoulders to descend back down. And then with the rib cage, with the core strength, turning around and then letting the arms fall wherever they may. Maybe it's just the back rung and you use them as a support to get length. Maybe that left hand can come back behind you and press into the seat. Again, trying to keep the spine long, shoulders over the hips. Neck can turn as much as it's not being strained. And we're drawing that left shoulder back and down and opening the heart over towards the back of the chair. Breathing easy. Inhaling, getting length, exhaling, opening up more, and then we'll unwind, coming on out. And this last, actually, maybe I have 2 more for you. One of the last ones is going to be a version of downward facing dog, only we're using the chair here. So again, this is just when you have a few moments. You can break these up over the course of your day. But what you'll do is just put your hands flat on the chair and you create kind of this tabletop position. And what you'll do from here is just walk those feet back any amount, and you just let me move it so you can see a little bit more of me. My hands are just flat on the seat at shoulders width distance, and you just walk those feet back and just drop the hips up towards the ceiling. So dropping the head, the shoulders, pressing out through the hands. This is a nice stretch for the hamstrings, strengthening through the shoulders, through the upper back. And we're getting some circulation going. And you don't have to stay here for long. You can just walk back to center, taking a breath here, feet right underneath the hips. And then maybe you do it a couple more times, just walking back, dropping the head, doing a little bit of inversion, and then coming back on up. The last and final piece I want to show you is cat and cow with the chair. So cat and cow is just kind of like a spine warmer upper, if you will, and also a core strengthener and shoulder strengthener. So again, noticing if you just let the shoulders shrug into the ears, try to press them out so you're pressing the chair away from you. And then we're just allowing the spine to move. So with our cow back, we'll start with our inhale. We'll drop the belly, we'll raise the chin. Again, open up the heart, see if you can get broad through the collarbone. Exhale, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, draw the core in and up so you're really engaging those abs. Inhaling, coming back around to that arched back, tipping the sit bones back behind you, gently lifting the gaze, spreading the shoulder blades, opening up the heart. Exhaling back down into our cat back. Scaredy cat, just like the for Halloween, the scaredy cat position. And then just coming back and forth for a few more rounds and trying to keep shoulders over the wrists. And just following your breath. And then when you're ready, you're just walking those feet back on in and coming back up. And already you feel so much more invigorated just by those few little movements, and you can do them as often as you want throughout the day. And you don't have to do them all at once. You can kind of space them out, but they don't take much time, right? So offer yourself that, especially if you're stuck at an office job, or it doesn't matter what you do for work. Stop and just do a little movement, a little yoga asana for you to break up your day. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. I will see you soon.